I want to put a disclaimer on this first. I'm gonna start some sentences. I don't know where it's gonna go, but we're gonna figure it out along the way. So just stay tuned. Hey y'all, it's Marcus here. I am the aux keys player from Urbana. I just wanted to get on here and share my experience with you all as far as the preparation work that went into going to Urbana for me personally, but then also with the team as well. So originally I'm from Tampa, Florida. I studied at USF, University of South Florida. I got my BA in mass communications, concentrated in advertising, and then actually, like, a lot of the stuff that I do outside of the worship team is I'm a composer for TV shows. So I create a lot of music for shows and stuff like that. And then also I run a trucking company with my dad. So I've been doing that for a couple of years now. But yeah, like a lot of the stuff that I do, it pertains to like creative, like experiences, creative art. So, you know, music, and then also business admin stuff as well. So how I became a part of the Urbana team was actually really interesting. Because like I said, I studied music at HEC, and then when I transferred to USF, I studied advertising. But I needed an internship. So in order to, you know, to graduate. So InterVarsity had this program with 2100, and they just opened up a marketing department, and, you know, they were seeking interns. And I was like, I need a credit, but I also wanted to make my work and the energy that I put into it, I wanted to make it make sense and make it worth it. So I applied for it, and then eventually I got in. And then once I got to Madison, which was where the internship was at, I stayed there for about 2.5 months. And what happened? I learned about Urbana, and through that internship, I met some of the team members of Urbana. This is like 2018. So I met some of the team members of the 2018 Urbana team. And it was really cool. At first, I had no idea what Urbana was. I mean, maybe like you all, you had no idea what Urbana was. Maybe you did like a quick Google search. You did a YouTube search. I don't know what you did. But for me, I was just asking questions, and then I went on YouTube, and then, you know, I started to learn more about it. And from there, like, I was just like, wow, like this is pretty dope. So fast forward, finished the internship, and then later that year, eventually I ended up going to Urbana 2018. This was hosted in St. Louis. And I remember like the first couple of days, first night, and then the second day, just really experiencing the energy in the room when everybody was there for the first night session. And just like that intro was just through the roof. If you haven't seen it, you got to go on YouTube and you got to look at it. But pretty much I remember just like going throughout that entire conference, and then just being like, all right, I want to be on that stage. I want to be on that platform. I want to be up there where other musicians, high level worship musicians, are like just leading a congregation, leading a student mission-led conference into the presence of God. And so, I mean, I talked to multiple people on staff and stuff like that. And eventually, you know, full circle, here I am on the worship team now with InterVarsity and Urbana. So it's really awesome just to see how in 2018 everything, you know, happened. Just me like just opening my mind up and eyes up to the possibilities of even being on the worship team, and then actually going through the process of auditioning, and then, you know, eventually joining the team. So it was pretty dope, I say. So when we initially first started rehearsing, this was back in May. So Emer, he's in like the St. Cloud, Orlando area. Like I said, I'm in Tampa, so it's not that far from me. And we started the team. Other people were flying in from around the country, and we, you know, had our rehearsal. We had a 3-day rehearsal set up. It was really cool, and it was dope just because I was able to be around other musicians who were, I mean, like, they were phenomenal at their gifts, right? You have Larry MDing, playing main keys. You have David on the drums, phenomenal drummer. Then you have Mike laying it down on the bass. You had Melissa in percussion, Jocelyn on violin, and then we had like multiple other musicians. Angie, she was playing guitar at the time. So it was just like multiple like high level talented musicians that I was able to connect with. And it actually like forced me to reimagine how I wanted to approach my position on the team, just because I came from a position of, like I was playing a lot of main keys stuff, but then I had to take the mindset and the framework of being an aux keys player. So aux keys player, essentially what they do is they play a lot of the pads, they play a lot of the bells, synth leads. They are the ornaments of the team, pretty much. Like they are literally the bells and whistles. We are the bells and whistles of the team. It was really interesting to say and really interesting to think about, but that's pretty much what we are. We are the bells. We are the sparkles of the musicianship, the sounds, all that stuff. But anyways, so yeah, like from that first rehearsal, I knew, all right, I need to step my game up because everybody is bringing it. And then two, I need to actually reimagine and rethink how I want to come prepared for our future engagements where like we're leading worship in other spaces prior to Urbana. So that was a big part of just like this journey, was just figuring out my role and how I need to just like come prepared to lead worship in a multicultural atmosphere, because not every song was CCM, not every song was gospel. And not only that, being authentic to songs that are in CCM, songs that are in gospel, songs that are in Tagalog, songs that are in Spanish. Like, just how can I be someone that brings an authentic sound and feel, and also be authentically myself as well? Like, how can I mix all of these things into this one space, right? And I feel like at that point, it was a lot of discernment, praying about it, and then also like taking courses, just like purchasing courses from people that are online. YouTube University. I mean, I feel like we all got degrees at YouTube University. You can pretty much learn anything on there. It's amazing. But yeah, just like really being a student of the craft, like you really have to take it serious, in order to, I wouldn't say in order to do it at the level, but like just take it serious to the point where, like you're going into a space and you're being intentional. You understand what it is that you're doing, because you don't want to go into a space and you're confused. And then when you have confused leaders, it also is going to confuse those that are trying to follow you as well. So you just want to make sure that you are prepared and, you're actually like coming to a space and you understand you have competency in the things that you're doing. So like throughout this past year in 2022, I was like just learning just that, like how can I become prepared more? How can I raise my level of just like creativity, and then also in worship as well.